Hello viewers, I'm your host Pratiksha Mishra with another episode of South Asia Focus. Let's begin the show. The issue of missing persons in Pakistan has sparked concerns with allegations of enforced disappearances by state authorities and security agencies. Recently, Altaf Hussain, the founder and leader of Pakistan's Muttahida Qaumi movement, addressed this issue during the inauguration of his book on the Israel-Palestine conflict. Hussain called for the release of all missing individuals regardless of ethnicity and emphasized the importance of reconciliation and mutual respect among citizens. A report.
The issue of missing persons has been a long-standing concern in Pakistan, with allegations of enforced disappearances by state authorities and security agencies. It has particularly affected individuals associated with political activism, ethnic movements, or dissenting voices. Human rights groups have criticized the lack of transparency, accountability, and legal recourse for victims and their families and have called for the government to take decisive action to address this issue. Recently, the founder and leader of Pakistan's political party, Muttahida Qaumi movement, Altaf Hussain, expressed concern over the matter, highlighting the dangers and challenges the country is facing. While addressing on the occasion of inauguration of his book, The Israel-Palestine Conflict, in light of historical facts, Hussain called for the protection of individual rights, an end to discrimination against minorities, and the safe return of missing persons. Altaf stressed the importance of fostering dialogue as a means to address these issues, emphasizing the need for mutual respect, tolerance, and unity among citizens.
फौज और आईएसआई से कहता हूं कि बलोचों को, पश्तूनों को, सिंधियों को और महाजर को, उर्दू स्पीकिंग जो महाजर हैं उनको, जो आपके पंजाबी, उनको सब लोगों को जो लापता है उनको बाजियाब कर दें आप। अल्लाह क्या देर है अंधेर नहीं, इस बात से डरे आप। सब अपने अपने घरों पे जाएं, दोबारा से किसी तरीके से रिकंसिलिएशन मुल्क में किया जाए। मुल्क बचाना है तो एक दूसरे को खुले दिल से बर्दाश्त करना होगा और एक दूसरे के हक को तस्लीम करना होगा।
Altaf Hussain, a prominent Pakistani politician primarily representing the Urdu-speaking population, especially in the urban areas of Sindh, has historically played a significant role in Karachi's politics. Known for his strong rhetoric, Hussain led the MQM for several decades from his self-imposed exile in the United Kingdom. Altaf has made various accusations against the Pakistani army and ISI over the years. He has also accused the military of orchestrating crackdowns on his party and its supporters.
पंजाब के लोगों, खुदा के लिए अल्ताफ हुसैन को समझो, केपीके के पश्तून भाइयों, अल्ताफ हुसैन को समझो। कितना बदनाम किया है मुझे इसी फौज और आईएसआई ने। मैं डटा रहा, मैं भी सौदा करके 1 साल में वापस जा सकता था, 2 साल में नहीं किया। उसूलों पे सौदा नहीं। हाँ, बातचीत करने के लिए कल भी तैयार था, आज भी तैयार हूं। शरीफाना अंदाज में बात कीजिए और झूठे वादे न कीजिए, झूठे वादे न कीजिए।
The relationship between the Pakistani army and MQM has been complex and sometimes contentious. There have been periods of tension between the MQM and the military establishment, especially during the times when the military has taken action against the party or its affiliated groups. Altaf Hussain has in the past accused the military of interfering in civilian affairs and targeting the MQM unfairly. Due to the sensitive nature of these allegations, and the complex political dynamics in Pakistan, the accusations of Altaf have been subject to varying interpretations and debates within the country.
Moving on. India's economic surge has fueled exponential growth in the consumer electronics market as demand skyrockets for smartphone gadgets. This unprecedented expansion is propelled by rising disposable incomes, technological advancement, and a burgeoning middle class, firmly establishing India's prominence in the global electronics arena. Stay tuned for our comprehensive report. From smartphones to smart appliances, consumer electronics are reshaping daily life in India, fueling demand and innovation. In the capital, New Delhi, we meet the Arora family, who prioritize convenience and efficiency. Simi Arora, a housewife, relies on modern appliances to streamline household tasks, saving valuable time. Meanwhile, her son Sameer, who works from home, seamlessly transitions between his laptop and mobile phone to stay connected with colleagues throughout the day.
से बेटा हमारी लाइफ बहुत इजी हो गई है। जैसे फ्रिज में चीज़ें रखते हैं तो ख़राब होने का डर नहीं रहता, सुबह से शाम तक यूज़ कर सकते हैं हम लोग। और वॉशिंग मशीन्स हैं जो हमारी, वो मतलब पहले आंटी को जैसे टेंशन रहती है आज कपड़े धोने, बट उसमें डालो और काम झटपट तो हो जाता है, तो हम काम वो डाल के उसमें और आराम से दूसरा काम कर सकते हैं।
Consumer electronics demand in India's Tier 2, Tier 3 cities is also on the rise due to increasing disposable incomes, improved infrastructure, and the penetration of e-commerce platforms. Residents in these cities are increasingly able to afford smartphones, TVs, laptops, and home appliances. The availability of digital services and aspirational consumption patterns also contribute to this trend. In today's hyper-connected era, consumers expect electronic gadgets to seamlessly blend innovation with reliability. A significant majority of consumers rely on online reviews before making purchasing decisions, underscoring the paramount importance of product quality. This indicates that modern consumers in India now prioritize reliability, performance, and user experience when choosing electronic devices.
The opportunities are very vast, but at the same time, we are into manufacturing, we understand the product, and we also understand the cost effectiveness of that. And in India, we are working continuously towards enhancing the quality of the products as well as provide the best products to our customers. We are meeting up with the Make in India initiative that is being promoted in India by the government.
As India's consumer electronics and appliance industry is predicted to become the 5th largest in the world by 2025, a report from the India Brand Equity Foundation also suggests that the market will grow by $2.3 billion between 2022 and 2027. The surge in demand for consumer durable has given a boost to electronics manufacturing companies in India as well. Buoyed by this growth, Videodesk, an Indian LED TV manufacturer, has invested $12 million to manufacture 1.8 million TV sets per year. The company has emerged as one of the largest manufacturers of WebOS hub TVs, capturing a market share of over 85%. At a smartwatch launch in New Delhi, Lava International Limited, an Indian multinational technology company, emphasized its Make in India initiative. The company's chief stressed empowering individuals with seamless technology experiences and praised the government's efforts in fostering local manufacturing, with large companies now producing mobile phones and other electronic products in India.
In technology, I would say that the journey has just begun. Because one of the challenges that this industry had was that we did not have an ecosystem in India. Ecosystem has always been outside of India. Now, with the government interventions, some of the schemes that have been rolled out, they are enabling the ecosystem creation in India. For example, some of the large companies in electronics have come into India and have started manufacturing in India.
The Indian government is incentivizing electronics consumer manufacturers through initiatives like Make in India, the Production Linked Incentive Scheme (PLI), and Electronics Manufacturing Clusters (EMCs). These efforts aim to bolster domestic production, attract investment, and foster technological advancement in the electronics sector. Time now for Asia This Week, the stories from across the continent.
A bus veered into a ravine in Gilgit-Baltistan on May 3, killing at least 20 passengers while injuring several others. The bus was headed to the mountainous northern area of Gilgit-Baltistan from the garrison city of Rawalpindi in Pakistan's eastern province of Punjab when the accident happened in the early hours. The government immediately launched a rescue operation to evacuate all the injured who were taken to hospital. Fatal road accidents are common in Pakistan, where traffic rules are rarely followed and roads in many rural areas are in poor condition.
ខ្លាឃ្មុំដូចតោដូចខ្លាតបងហ្នឹងជាប្រភេទសត្វដែលចាញ់ក្តៅអញ្ចឹងត្រូវរក្សាទឹកក្នុងអាងឲ្យវាច្រើនទី2ដូចបងឃើញចាស់ស្ដាយគឺយើងមានឡានសម្រាប់គុតគង់នៅពេលដែលស្ថានភាពអាកាសធាតុវាក្តៅខ្លាំងនៅពេលដែលថ្ងៃត្រង់ហើយប៉ុណ្ណឹងគឺយើងតែងតែឲ្យឡានហ្នឹងដើរស្រោចតាមទ្រុងសត្វដើម្បីបញ្ចុះ
In a disputed area of South China Sea. Two Chinese Coast Guard vessels used water cannons against the Philippine ship, which was patrolling together with a civilian fisheries vessel near the contested Scarborough Shoal. Footage shared by the Philippine Coast Guard showed. The Philippine Coast Guard also accused the Chinese side of setting up another floating barrier that covers the entrance to the shoal. Beijing and Manila have repeatedly clashed in recent months as the submerged reef, which Philippines say is in its exclusive economic zone, but which China also claims as its own.
Thailand and Bangladesh signed agreements to enhance trade, tourism and energy cooperation during Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's first official visit to Bangkok since 2002. The discussions aimed to broaden bilateral ties, focusing on trade, investment facilitation and ease of doing business. Hasina proposed Thai investment in Bangladesh's Special Economic Zone and high-tech parks, suggesting negotiations for a free trade agreement by 2024. Strengthening economic ties among these neighbors contributes to regional stability and peace, aligning with India's security and geopolitical interests.
Thailand's Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin met with his Bangladeshi counterpart Sheikh Hasina on April 26 in Bangkok, where both countries signed agreements to boost trade, tourism and energy cooperation. Thailand also praised Bangladesh on its assistance for the Rohingya refugees displaced from Myanmar since 2017. Hasina was in Bangkok as a part of a 6-day official trip to the Southeast Asian nation. The leader was greeted with a welcome ceremony where she inspected Guard of Honor with Srettha before both delegations sat down and held talks.
Thailand appreciates Bangladesh's role in providing humanitarian assistance for displaced Rohingya since 2017. Thailand has also given our support towards Bangladesh's endeavor in order to achieve a sustainable solution in this matter.
This was the first official visit by a Prime Minister of Bangladesh to Thailand since 2002, and it provided a chance for both countries to talk about how to improve bilateral ties and broaden areas of cooperation. The visit was an opportunity to strengthen their cooperation in trade, investment, healthcare, tourism, defense, consular matters, and agriculture.
We see Thailand as a very important and dynamic partner in our engagement with the vibrant economies of Southeast Asia. On trade cooperation, we discussed at length measures to enhance the current volume of our bilateral trade and agreed to work together to achieve healthy two-way growth, I assured the Prime Minister to take the necessary measures for investment facilitation and ease of doing business in Bangladesh.
Sheikh Hasina also proposed to the Thai side to invest in Bangladesh's special economic zones and high-tech parks.
I proposed to the Thai side to invest in our special economic zones and high-tech parks and to take one special economic zone exclusively for Thailand. We both agreed to commence our negotiations on a free trade agreement FTA by the year 2024.
Both Thailand and Bangladesh share a complex relationship with their neighbor India, which is rooted in historical, cultural, linguistic, and economic ties. India was one of the first countries to recognize Bangladesh as an independent nation. Since then, the two countries have worked together on various fronts, including trade and security cooperation. Likewise, India and Thailand are key members of regional organizations like ASEAN and BIMSTEC. Economic cooperation is a cornerstone of the relationship, with trade, investment, and tourism being significant areas of engagement. India and Thailand also collaborate in areas such as defense, counterterrorism, and cultural exchanges. A prosperous and stable Asia is beneficial for India's security and geopolitical interests. Enhanced economic ties between India's friendly neighbors can lead to a stronger diplomatic relationship, contributing to regional stability and peace.
In a significant move, the Taliban administration has struck a deal with Kazakhstan and Turkmenistan to establish a logistics hub in western Afghanistan. This hub aims to transform the war-torn nation into a pivotal point for regional exports, particularly oil from Russia to South Asia. Acting Minister of Industry and Commerce Nuruddin Azizi expressed optimism following a tripartite meeting highlighting the peaceful progression of discussions over the past 6 months. Take a look. The Taliban administration has agreed with Kazakhstan and Turkmenistan to build a logistic hub in western Afghanistan aimed at making the war-torn nation a major logistic point for regional exports, including oil from Russia to South Asia. Following a meeting between representatives of the three countries in the Afghan capital, Acting Minister of Industry and Commerce Nuruddin Azizi told that technical teams would draw up written agreement within 2 months on the formal plans for the hub, which all three countries would invest in after 6 months of talks.
مدت 6 ماه است که ما روی یک برنامه توافق مذاکرات 3 جانبه کار کردیم و الحمدلله دمی روزایی که گذشت ما موافق به این شدیم که هم طرف قزاقستان، ترکمنستان و افغانستان یک پروگرام، یک کنفرانس 3 جانبه داشته باشه. دیروز اگرچه روز جمعه بود، بازم نظر به برنامه‌ای که از قبل سنجش شده بود، الحمدلله ما نشست ما را برپا کردیم و در عموم موضوعات و مسائل الحمدلله بسیار با همی و بسیار به اخلاص به خلوص نیت پیش رفت.
The Taliban government is eyeing the millions of tons of oil it expects Russia would be selling in coming years to South Asian countries, particularly Pakistan, to pass through the new hub.
کشور روسیه اعلان کرد که ما 50 میلیون تن مواد نفتی را ما هدف میگیریم، روان میکنیم به کشورهای جنوب آسیا و به این برنامه ریزی دارن و زیادتر شاید راههای بدیل هم داشته باشه. ما خواستیم، هر 3 جانب خواست که روی موضوعاتی که ما بتانیم موقعیت هدفی که افغانستان سال هاست در روی شعار است که افغانستان یک نقطه وصل آسیای شمال و جنوب است، این را به حقیقت بدل کنیم.
The initiative to develop roads and a railway through Afghanistan to connect Kazakhstan with South Asia and the Gulf sounds like a strategic move to enhance trade and connectivity in the region. establishing a logistics hub in Afghanistan could indeed facilitate multimodal transportation services and streamline the movement of goods between various regions. The plan to consolidate truck shipments in the dry port for sorting and onward transportation via railroads to seaports in the Gulf, Pakistan and the Indian Ocean towards India demonstrates a comprehensive approach to logistics management. This could significantly improve efficiency and reduce transit times for goods travelling through the region. According to report, the logistics hub's initial capacity would be 1 million tons of oil, but it's not final when it would be operational. As foreign aid to Afghanistan falls and the predominantly agricultural economy is marred by persistent drought, the Taliban has faced questions over how to fund development and avoid economic stagnation. The new hub is part of broader efforts to take advantage of Afghanistan's strategic location, which lies between South and Central Asia and also shares borders with China and Iran. Indeed, stability is crucial for the well-being of any nation, including Afghanistan. And with that, we come to the end of this week's episode. See you next week. Goodbye and take care.